Most of the time, I take out my Audi. It's all-wheel drive. It's got snow tires on it. Gets around really good. Actually better than a lot of 4x4s. But today, we're going to take out an e-bike. Not only an e-bike, we're going to take out the HOVSCO HOVGTRS Evo e-bike. Dual suspension, 750 watt motor, 48 volts. Comes with a 15 amp hour battery on this specific model, but you can get dual batteries, bigger batteries, all that. Check out the website. Use my discount code Colorado. You save a lot of money on this one. But today, we're going to take this specific e-bike out on some snowy, icy roads. I'm just using the stock tires on this thing. Gotta go down there and shovel a driveway a couple roads down. So it's going to be a good test, not only for an e-bike in the snow, but for the HOVSCO HOVGTRS Evo e-bike. Now, when I take these e-bikes out on the road, I love doing it. I love showing that you can take these e-bikes out in the winter. They're very versatile, very versatile. Now, there's some of the things that I do that I suggest along this ride as well, is kind of like what I wear. Kind of wear my snowboard gear. Waterproof, windproof, kind of outer coating layer is necessary due to the temperature. I do have, you know, some underlaying around the head and face, and I got, like, you know, my beanie, of course. And I've got some underlaying underneath these jeans as well. Good socks. Really good winter boots that are insulated and waterproof. Most of all, some kind of like yak tracks or snow tracks that you could put on your boots, because it's going to be very important, not only when you're walking around, when I'm plowing snow, but also when you're riding this e-bike, which I'm going to show you going down the hill. And then we'll do a ride after I get through, take care of this driveway. We'll come back up the hill, and I'll show you real world experiences here between Vail, Colorado and Beaver Creek ski resorts, how e-bikes really do in the snow, and what this budget-friendly e-bike does in the snow, because that's probably a price point most of you all are looking at. So let's jump on the HOVSCO HOVGTRS Evo e-bike and see how it handles the Colorado winter. Let's go. All right, let's turn it on. Boom. Let's put it in mode 3. Cruising down the road. But you can see it's a mixture of ice and snow, and, you know, it's just a good mix to give you a good idea of just kind of how this bike handles. Now, it does have hydraulic brakes. These tires, being 20 by 4 inch Knobby tires, help a lot in this, because if I had snow tires with that kind of grip and that kind of traction on my car, that thing would climb a tree. So a lot of these e-bikes, when they come with these fat tires that are good for sand and dirt, they're also really, really good for snow. And you also have the option to find them out there if you can find them now. It's a little late in the season to find them, but you could get studded snow tires too. Now, some of the things I want to talk about is I'm taking this bike down this very slick, icy hill. I mean, this is very icy underneath. I mean, you see snow, but underneath this is just solid, solid ice. But what I'll say about this bike compared to a lot of other bikes is when you have the option, if you're going to be riding in the snow, get something that's got 20 by 4 inch tires as opposed to 26 by 4 inch tires, because the lower center of gravity just helps a hell of a lot. There's my friend Aaron. There's Mila. Hi, Mila. Hi, baby girl. What's up, dude?
All right, how are you?
I'm testing this thing out, giving it a review in the snow, and how 20 by 4 inch low center of gravity is nicer in the snow than 26. Gets a lower center of gravity, and wearing these like little spiky shoes, you know, so it works pretty good.
I think you don't want spiky tires.
Well, I've got some, but not everybody could afford $200 a tire right now.
That is true.
It's late in the season. I told everybody don't wait for that stuff. Hi, Mita.
Have fun.
I will, man. Enjoy, Aaron. It's oblique day. That's what I'm getting ready to do, is a driveway right now. Oblique day.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's my neighbor and Ellie's favorite friend, Mila. But you can see I'm just cruising. I'm just kind of like pumping the brakes. You know, I'll use the back one, then the front one, or both, gently and pump. Because if you're going a long distance, even in the cold weather, you could overheat those hydraulic brakes. That mineral oil could really, you know, overheat, and those brakes get squishy even in the winter, so just keep that in mind. All right, we're just going to jet on through here. And I mean, look at it. I mean, we're going right now at least 10 miles an hour. That's pretty decent in this kind of weather. Sure beats walking, you know what I mean? And in my opinion, on these lower center gravity bikes, like that had these 20 by 4-inch tires, another thing that I've noticed throughout the years, because I've done this for years, I've literally have ridden e-bikes year-round in Colorado and ski country for years now, and I would have to say, as far as snow riding experience, out of any influencer, I guarantee you I have more knowledge about riding in the winter in the snow, because one, I ride year-round. There's been times I haven't had an actual vehicle, you know, so I mean, there's times that, you know, I haven't had the option to have a car or a truck. But look at this. I just want to stop real quick and just give you an idea of how it's just snowing and just how beautiful it is around here. I mean, this is freaking gorgeous weather. Studded tires is the way to go if you have that option. That's a really cool option to have if you've got that option. But if you don't, the spikes on the bottoms of my shoes really help a lot. And I kind of just dab like you would on a dirt bike, you know, just kind of keep them out, you know, a little bit. Don't go too fast or you're going to hurt your leg or whatever, or you could just catch yourself. Be easy on the brakes, you know. You don't ever want to just slam them on and slide. You want to pump them if anything, you know. So there's just those things about going downhill. We'll go uphill here in a minute when I get through doing this driveway, but right here give you an idea of how this bike can handle the snowy uphill. And what I'll do is I'll put it in mode 5. All right, I'll put it in mode 5. We'll see how it handles. They haven't plowed this road yet, so this will give you a good idea of what the torque on this bike does and just how easily it's climbing a snowy hill. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If these type of treads were on my car and I had snow tires with this kind of tread, I would never have a problem going anywhere. It would climb a tree. That's the one thing. And when you get off that ice and you get in a little bit of snow like this, if you hold it in a straight line, it gets good traction. It's when you twist it back and forth side to side like this that you'll start losing that traction. So let's go on down the driveway here and we'll start shoveling some snow. That gives you an idea, kind of going downhill and then going up a smaller hill on this e-bike, or just e-bikes in general with these 20 by 4-inch tires. That low center of gravity just helps a lot. So there's the shovels waiting for me. As you can see there, it's a beautiful view today. Speaking of views, I'll show you a really cool view. Check that out. That gives you an idea of just kind of the weather today. It's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Well, look at there. It's 31 degrees. So I've been out here, I've shoveled this driveway, shoveled the side steps, back porch, shoveled a lot of things. So this bike has actually been sitting out here for about an hour and a half. It being 31 degrees, that's below freezing. So you can see how that battery has held up sitting outside in freezing conditions for an hour and a half too. So let's check that out. Let's turn on the bike, see what the batteries say. We're still at full battery, so it didn't deplete any sitting outside freezing temperatures for an hour and a half. The battery did not deplete any. So just got through shoveling and plowing this driveway and see if we can make it up this nice plow driveway, and if we can make it up Whiskey Hill. Let's go. See, it just charges up this stuff. I mean, just charges. That's just crazy, man. Just crazy. But I mean, just even, I'm just going up this road a little bit. But I mean, just going up your road if it's snowy, there's no problem with it. Well, you'll never wonder what house that is. That is house number 112. How weird. That's so quirky. Anyway, you can see the road. They've plowed it, but it's icy and it's slushy and it's nasty and it's very slick. It just isn't deep. So we're gonna see if we can make it up Whiskey Hill on the HOVSCO HOVGTRS Evo. This is the 15 amp hour 48 volt version. They got a 25 amp hour, and then they've got a dual battery that I think is coming in right at 40 amp hours, which is ridiculous. I ordered an extra battery for this one, so I'll have dual batteries on this one soon. And I'll show you how to hook that up, but I'll show you how to connect the battery blender to the controller and to the battery, so you'll have dual battery system in case you decide to get the Evo right now with the 15 amp hour battery, and then later, you know, add another battery, or get the one with the 25 amp hour and then add another battery. It gives you that flexibility on getting the bike now if you don't have the money to throw down to get the dual battery currently. But it gives you that option later to still have dual batteries, because I'll show you how to do that. And then you could decide if this is the right kind of setup for you or not, because it very well might be, because I think it's the right setup for me this winter. I don't even know if I'll need the dual batteries, but the reason I'm getting dual batteries is just so I don't have to do as many charges. So mine isn't necessarily like the range, it's just less charging that I have to do, because if I just have to go, you know, up and down the roads here, you know, plow some driveways or some sidewalks or some steps or whatever, it gives me the ability to just not have to get the car out. And in all honesty, it's a lot safer for me personally to jump on this thing than get in a car and go down the road, because it's a lot less weight. I can go super slow on this, so it's not speed factor. I don't feel intimidated or in danger at any moment on this bike, because, you know, right now I'm going like 13 miles an hour on this icy road, and that's pretty fast for an icy road. I don't suggest anybody, you know, really do it. I'm just showing you that you can do this. So I'm not saying, hey, look, you can go do this now. You should definitely buy an e-bike and go ride in the icy snow. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm doing in this video is just showing you the capabilities that this bike has and how it can go in the ice and snow and slush and get you around if need be, or if you decided to go that route. This bike will definitely do it. So it's pretty cool. Super cool. Woo. What do you think of my ride? What do you think of this thing? I go up and down the road, man. Yeah, it's fun. Now, how cool is that? You know, I'm gonna chat with the plow guy there. He works all the time, man, especially when it gets this time of the year. This gotta stay busy, man, because it snows a lot here. It keeps me busy plowing snow and shoveling snow out of people's driveways and steps and stuff. It keeps me super busy. It keeps me in shape too. It keeps those obliques looking good. I do have nice obliques, by the way. All right, so we're gonna try to not only go down the road here a little bit, but I wanna see how it does going up my driveway, because most of you know, after the Whiskey Hill Challenge, most of you know that this is like another challenge on its own. So we're gonna be going through, it looks like a little bit of like packed, snowy, slush, ice chunks and stuff right there, and it looks pretty deep right there. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's probably about 3 or 4 inches deep, maybe at the deepest, at the most. And then we got an icy driveway covered in powdery snow. So let's see how this does. Here we go. Okay, went through the crazy stuff, and then this part right here, look at that. Just like it's nothing. It's so cool. It's just such a cool freaking bike. This really is a cool bike. And there's the turkeys. What are y'all gobbling around here, you gobblers? Weirdos, man. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little excursion in the snow. I know I did. I actually love doing this. It's the thing about doing all these things is I enjoy doing it. Like, I actually have fun. I feel like a little kid. Getting out on your e-bike, running around the snow, that's my job. It's super awesome. This is the HOVSCO HOVGTRS Evo. It's a great e-bike. Even Tom says it's a good e-bike back there. What a weirdo. But it's a great e-bike. Does well in the snow. Go on HOVSCO.com. Check out all their e-bikes. Use my discount code Colorado on this bike, save $100, and any of their other bikes and save a bunch of money. I do assembly videos on these bikes. I do reviews on these bikes. So if you have any trouble assembling, have any trouble putting them together, any questions, just let me know. Comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe for more adventures from the Colorado Adventure Channel. This is Chris. Good day, everybody. Peace.
Smoke rising up, messages to the stars. Smoke rising up, signals going far. Smoke rising up, messages to the stars. We out here. Smoke rising up, breaking through Mars. Rising up, rising up, rising up.